Microsoft's about to drop something big at their Redmond headquarter, and it looks like it's going to be all about their OpenAI hookup and a Bing version with ChatGPT. Unlike all the other stuff they've been doing lately, this time they're actually going to have a presser IRL, instead of streaming it online. This is vCircle Future. In this episode, we'll take a journey through the entire event and have some thrilling moments with Microsoft and ChatGPT. Let's begin with Satya Nadella and his motivating opening remarks.
I just want to share a couple of anecdotes which give me great hope. The first one, obviously when Sam and his team late last year launched ChatGPT, that's the only thing anybody, your friends and family wanted to talk about throughout the holidays. It was just crazy how, it was like the Mosaic moment, the closest we've come. It's been 30 years now since when Mosaic launched, which I distinctly remember, that Andrej Karpathy put out, who is, ex-OpenAI and Tesla and is now an independent AI developer. And he had this thing about the product that really he was most excited about the previous year was GitHub Copilot. And he was saying how 80% of his code was being generated by this, I would say, first at-scale product built on LLM technology. And this doesn't mean he's 80% somehow not doing his work. In fact, he's getting so much more leverage. And in fact, recently we crossed 100 million developers on GitHub. And think about this, right? There are 100 million developers on GitHub. If we can improve their productivity, just like how Andrej was able to sort of, observe, and then let's say in the next decade, we double that number, maybe double it again, right? Get close to 500 million developers. What economic opportunity it would create. And now, of course, we've got to scale it with a real understanding that we can't break things, right? So it's about being also clear-eyed about the unintended consequences of any new technology. And so we built these principles, but we've not just put those principles as a document, but we've been practicing it because that's the only way technology gets better. In this particular case, when you talk about AI, it's about alignment with human preferences and societal norms, and you're not going to do that in a lab. You have to do that out there in the world.
It's kind of Microsoft's AI principles and pointing to Google's carefully maintained Lambda in the lab. Panos Panay, Microsoft's head for Windows and Surface, recently also has dropped a hint that artificial intelligence is going to completely revolutionize how we use Windows.
It's a new day in search. It's a new paradigm for search. Rapid innovation is going to come. In fact, a race starts today in terms of what you can expect. And we're going to move. We're going to move fast. And for us, every day, we want to bring out new things. And most importantly, we want to have a lot of fun innovating again in search because it's high time.
Next is Yusuf Mehdi on to talk about search.
We believe, as Satya said, that we can improve the way billions of people can benefit from the internet. At the center of this new Copilot experience is an all-new Bing search engine and Edge web browser. And it's going to do 4 things for you. First, it's a better search. It's the search you know and love, but it's better because it's AI-powered. Second, not only does it give you the search results, but it will actually answer your questions. Third, we're going to make it incredibly easy to use. We're going to let you chat. We're going to let you just talk to it naturally. And last, when you need that spark of creativity, Bing can generate content for you automatically to help you get started. 40% of the time, people click on search links, they click back immediately. That's a sign they're not finding what they want. And most notably, we have to adapt to search versus the other way around. Turns out search works better if you give it fewer keywords. You might be surprised to know that 75% of all searches are 3 keywords or less. But come on, we shouldn't be surprised. Search has remained fundamentally the same since the last major inflection, when we moved from a directory approach to search to an algorithmic approach to search. The user experience and the underlying approach are essentially the same as 20 years ago. Few keywords, and you get millions of links.
It is essentially arguing here that search hasn't changed for 20 years, it's a list of links.
But we think you could actually solve problems in each, and we think you could get to something that is really 1 + 1 = 3. And we have done that with the new Bing. I want to share with you 4 technical breakthroughs the team has achieved to make this come to life. First, through our fantastic partnership with Sam and the brilliant team at OpenAI, I'm excited to announce that Bing is running on a new, next-generation large language model. One that is much more powerful than ChatGPT, and one that is customized specifically for search. Second, we've developed a proprietary way of working with OpenAI that allows us to best leverage the power. We call this collection of capabilities and techniques the Prometheus model. The core idea here is that both at training and at runtime, we engage with the OpenAI model more intelligently through our knowledge of the web, via the Bing index and some special query techniques. But a few weeks ago, something special happened. We applied the AI model to our core search ranking engine, and we saw the largest jump in relevance in 2 decades. And we believe we can continue to drive breakthroughs as we improve the models. And then finally, we are reimagining how you interact with all of these capabilities across search, browser, and chat by pulling them into a unified experience. I want you to think about search coming together with answers, search coming together with chat, and search coming together with the browser. As we all know, and as the folks at OpenAI taught us, the user experience is as important as the underlying technical platform.
Next is to demonstrate some search examples, like search for a comparison of Mexican painters shows a list of results with a generated answer on the right, annotated with links. Asking for events during the Super Bowl. There's a list of answers in the chat box on the right. Asking if an IKEA love seat will fit into a minivan. Bing can find the dimensions of the love seat and the car and answer if it fits. Next is the Bing chat interface.
Create an itinerary for a 5-day trip to Mexico City for me and my family. And just like that, Bing goes to work. And just take a look at how it starts to compile. It starts with day 1, and we put in there, look, arrive in Mexico City, check into your hotel, go check out maybe the Playa de Artes, have some lunch. Then there's day 2, and you see, isn't this just so much better as a starting point? And look, if you want to learn more, if you're like, hey, I don't love these 5 days, no problem. Down there, we have links where you can go and learn more. And we put in some nice touches in there as well. And again, now let's say business travel changes. Oh, I only have a 3-day. I don't have to go back out there and figure it. I just say, hey, make this a 3-day trip. And Bing reflows that recommendation into a 3-day trip. And now let's just have some fun. Let's say, okay, yeah, I'm still trip planning. We like to shop. Where can I shop? And you get some shopping recommendations. Like to go out at night, all right? Make the most of the trip. Where's the nightlife? And you get a list of nightlife. You see, this is just so much better than today's search to start for your travel planning.
Now on to create a summary of this itinerary I can send as an email to my family, and it does it. Then translating it into Spanish, Bing can translate into 100 languages. It's kinda like ChatGPT in the Bing chat, but with added sources and feedback buttons. It's not as much like a copilot as before, and it looks like the sources are just sites with no idea what you'll find. Next presented is the new interface for Edge here. The chat interface is available as a sidebar in Edge, so you can use it without having to navigate to Bing. Chatbot can be right there on the same page as any web page, and it'll be able to interact with it. Like looking at a 15-page PDF of Gap Inc.'s quarterly report. It reads the PDF and summarizes it. Now looking at a code snippet on Stack Overflow, asking Edge to rewrite the code in Rust. It just does it. Now is having the robot write a LinkedIn post. All these integration are really gonna be awesome. Next, Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, is on stage.
OpenAI and Microsoft have been working together for more than 3 years now. We're so grateful to have a partner that shares our vision, our values of building advanced AI that's safe and will have a very positive impact on society. Going forward, we are excited to continue to collaborate with Microsoft very far into the future. The two companies share a deep sense of responsibility in ensuring that AI gets deployed safely. It's very important to us. We're eager to continue learning from real-world use so that we create better and better AI systems. You've got to do that in the real world, not in the lab. And our teams will continue working together to set standards for the use of these systems across the entire industry.
Very brief and quick speech. Next is Dena Saunders, product leader of Bing and OpenAI. She presented the 5 aspects contributing to the new Bing: core fundamentals, chat orchestration, prompt generation, inferences and interactive experiences, and infrastructure to scale for the opportunity ahead. She lastly talked about infrastructure needed to scale, which is going to be a key piece of how Microsoft claims to be ahead of Google. These queries are expensive, but Microsoft doesn't have to protect its existing web search business profits like Google does.
There is no other company that can do this like Microsoft and Bing. As we roll out the product globally, we're starting out small, focused on learning and evolving with the help of your feedback. We understand that with this major technological shift, there will be new challenges along the way. We're committed to learning with you.
Next, bringing up Sarah Bird, responsible AI lead for Azure. She's talking about a system that keeps an eye on what's happening in the world and stops anyone from getting Bing's AI chatbot to say anything inappropriate. The key point here is that Microsoft, in partnership with OpenAI, can continuously test conversations and analyze them to classify conversations and improve the gaps in the safety system.
With OpenAI to improve the model behavior through fine-tuning. Second, we've built a state-of-the-art safety system. Bing has been maturing its defensive technologies over many years of operating a web-scale search engine. Finally, at the application layer, we are iterating on instructions as part of the meta prompt to guide the model to produce great responses.
Thank you, Sarah. All right, to close, we have one final piece of news to share. I'm pleased to announce that the new Bing is live today for a desktop limited preview. What this means is that we're going to make Bing available today for everyone to try on a limited number of queries, and then to sign up on the wait list to get access to the full experience.
After the event, we tried the new Bing search as well. We can see the result in the chat box on the right side and annotated with links. If we need more information, we can click more below. If we want to explore the idea, and we can ask more questions and start to chat. Microsoft seems to be trying to mix up traditional search results with answers that will appear next to each other in the results. It's like a combo of ChatGPT and search, so you can choose whichever is more accurate or relevant. Okay, that's for today. Hope you enjoy it. This is vCircle Future.